Hello and welcome. You are listening to Hi American English. This is a safe place to learn. We use very easy English. You can relax and listen. Today we're going to learn about English greetings.
Yes, saying hello.
It seems easy, but there are many ways to say hello.
Many ways.
We will use easy words. We will speak slowly so you can listen carefully.
Yes, listen and repeat.
Let's start with a very, very common greeting. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Hello, how are you?
I am fine, thank you.
Good. Now, you must ask me.
And you?
I am fine too, thank you. This is a very important start to a conversation.
Very important.
So let's break that down. Hello.
Hello?
And then, how are you?
How are you?
Now, this question, it's interesting. It's not always a real question.
Oh.
No.
So you don't really want to know how I am?
Well, it's more like a polite sound. It's like saying, I see you. You are here. It's a social thing.
Ah, a social question. So the answer should be simple.
Exactly. The answer is almost always positive, always good.
So I can say, I am fine.
Yes. I am fine is a perfect answer. What else can you say?
I am good.
Yes. I am good is also perfect. Very common.
And then I must say, thank you.
Yes. Thank you is very polite. It shows you appreciate the question.
Okay, so I am fine. Thank you.
Perfect. But you are not finished.
Not finished. What's next?
You must ask the question back. It's like a game of catch. I throw the ball to you.
And I must throw it back.
Exactly. So you say,
And you.
and you. That's right. This shows that you also care about the other person.
And creates a balance.
It's a balance, yes. It's polite, and it makes the conversation feel warm.
Okay. So let's try one more time. The full exchange.
Good idea. You start.
Okay. Hello. How are you?
I am fine, thank you. And you?
I am fine too, thank you.
You see, it's like a little song, a conversation song.
I like that. A song. It has a rhythm.
It does. And you can use this in almost any situation, at a store, at work, with new people. It's very safe.
Safe and polite. I understand.
Now let's move on. Let's talk about greetings for different times of the day.
Okay. Like morning.
Exactly. In the morning, when you wake up, until noon, maybe 12 p.m., we say, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, it's a very nice, friendly greeting.
Good morning.
Let's practice. I walk into a room. It is 9 a.m. I see you. I say.
You say good morning.
That's right. And what do you say back?
I also say good morning.
Perfect. It's simple.
Okay. So that is for the morning. What about after the morning?
Good question. After 12 p.m. noon, the day changes. We say, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, from noon until maybe 5 p.m. or when the sun starts to go down.
Afternoon. Afternoon, I see.
It makes sense.
It does. Good afternoon.
Let's try it. It is 2 p.m. We have a meeting. I see you.
Okay. You say good afternoon.
And you say good afternoon.
Exactly. Now, what about when the day is ending? The evening.
The evening. Good evening.
You got it. Good evening. This is
Okay.
for when you arrive somewhere at night.
When I arrive. So if I go to a restaurant for dinner at 7 p.m.
Yes. You walk in, you see the host, you say good evening. Okay. Good evening.
Now, this is very important. Good evening is for hello. For arriving.
Not for goodbye.
Never for goodbye. That is a common mistake. For goodbye at night, we say something different. We
Yeah.
will learn that later.
Okay.
Oh.
So to review, in the morning,
Good morning.
in the afternoon,
Good afternoon.
and in the evening when I arrive.
Good evening.
Got it. These seem a little formal.
They are. They're very polite, good for work, for stores, for people you don't know well.
What about for friends?
For friends, we can be more casual, more relaxed.
Okay.
The most simple greeting is, hi.
Hi.
That's it. Just hi. You can use it anytime. Morning, afternoon, night.
It's very easy.
Very easy and very friendly. Another one is hello.
Hello. We practiced that.
We did. Hello is a little more standard than hi. You can use it for friends, but also for answering the phone.
Right.
Exactly. And then there is one more. It's very casual.
Yep.
Hey.
Yep.
Hi is for people you know very well. Good friends. It's very relaxed.
So, hi, hello, and hey.
Yes. Hi is friendly. Hello is standard. Hey is very friendly, very casual.
I see the difference.
Good. Now let's go back to checking in. We asked, how are you?
Yeah.
There's another way to ask that's very common. How are you doing?
How are you doing?
The doing part, it adds a little more focus on action.
How?
What's happening in your life right now?
So it's a bit more of a real question.
A little bit. Just a little. The answers can still be simple.
Okay.
So if I ask, how are you doing? You can give some simple answers.
Like, fine.
Fine works, yes. But let's learn some new ones. You can say, good.
Good.
Just one word. It's simple and positive.
Okay. What if I feel very good?
You can say great.
Great.
Yes, with energy. Great. It means you are feeling fantastic.
That one, great.
And there is another very useful one. Not too bad.
Not too bad.
Right.
It means
Things are okay. Not perfect, but not bad. Just normal. It's a very common, very polite answer.
not too bad. It
So,
sounds very balanced.
It is. It's a way to be positive without lying if you're not feeling great.
I see. That's very useful. So good, great, or not too bad.
Perfect. Those are great answers for how are you doing?
Oh, okay.
Now, let's get even more informal, more casual.
All right.
A very common question between friends is, how's it going?
How's it going?
Yes. It's a short way of saying how is it going. It's very relaxed.
And the answer? Can I say good?
You can, but there are other common casual answers. A very simple one is, it's okay.
It's okay.
Right. Similar to not too bad. It means things are normal.
Okay.
Or, here's a very interesting one. If you have a lot of work, if you are very busy,
Yes.
you can say, busy as ever.
Busy as ever.
It means I am busy now and I am always busy. My life is busy.
As ever means like always.
Exactly. It's a very common thing people say. It can even be a little bit of a joke.
I understand. Busy as ever. I think I can use that one.
So you see, we have many ways to say hello and to ask how someone is.
Yes. It depends on the time of day.
And on who you are talking to, a friend or a boss.
Formal or informal.
Exactly. You are getting it. Now, we are ready for the next step.
Okay. What is next?
Let's talk about meeting someone for the very first time.
The first time. An introduction.
Yes, an introduction. There is a very important word we use. The word is meet.
Meet.
Yeah,
M-E-T.
that's the one. You only use this word on the first day you know someone.
Only the first time.
Only the first time. It is very important.
Okay. So how do I do it?
First, you say your name. You can say, hi, I'm she, and then your name.
Hi, I'm Tom.
Perfect. Now, the other person will say their name, and then they will say a special phrase.
A special phrase.
Yes, to show they are happy to connect with you. A very polite phrase is, pleased to meet you.
Pleased to meet you. Pleased means happy.
Yes, very happy. It's a little formal, but very nice.
Okay. Pleased to meet you.
A more common, everyday version is, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, you can use this in almost any situation. It's friendly and polite.
Nice to meet you. I like that.
Now, here is the most important part of this exchange.
Okay.
If someone says to you, nice to meet you, you must respond.
How do I respond? Do I say it again? Do I say it again?
Almost. You say it again, but you add one small word at the end. The word is to.
To. T-O-O.
Yes. You say nice to meet you too.
Nice to meet you too. What does to mean?
It means also. It means I am also nice to meet you. The feeling is mutual. It's a two-way street.
Ah, I see. It completes the circle.
It completes the circle. That's a great way to put it. Without to, it can sound a little cold.
Okay. So let's practice this. We are meeting for the first time.
Okay, you start.
Hi, I'm Tom.
Hello, Tom. I'm Amy. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Perfect. See how smooth that feels?
It does. It feels
So that is for the first meeting. The key word is meet.
right.
But what about the second time you see someone? Or the third time? Or the 10th time?
I don't know. I cannot say nice to meet you again.
No, you cannot. That would be a mistake. It would sound like you forgot them.
Oh, that would be bad.
Very bad. So we change the word. We don't use meet. We use the word see.
C-S-E-E.
Correct. So if we already know each other, I can say, nice to see you again.
Nice to see you again. The word again is important.
It is. It shows that you remember. It's nice that I am seeing you for a second or a third time.
Okay, that makes so much sense. Meet is for time number 1. See is for all other times.
You've got it. That is the rule.
So I can say, nice to see you.
Yes, or good to see you.
Go.
Now, there is a special situation. What if you haven't seen your friend for a very long time? Maybe 1 year? Or 5 years?
The nice to see you again feels a little small.
Exactly. It's not strong enough.
Yeah.
We need a bigger phrase, a more powerful phrase.
What is it?
It's a fun one. You say, long time no see.
Long time no see. That's interesting grammar.
It is. It's not standard grammar, but it is a very, very common and warm phrase in English. Everyone uses it.
Long time no see. It really expresses the feeling.
It does. It says, wow, it has been a long time since I saw you. All in one short phrase.
And how do I respond to that?
You agree. You show surprise. You could say, wow, it's been a long time, hasn't it?
It's been a long time, hasn't it?
Ugh.
That's a good response. It continues the idea.
Yes, and after you say that, you usually want to catch up.
Catch up. What does that mean?
Catch up means to share your news, to learn what is new in your friend's life, and to tell them what is new in your life.
To fill the time gap.
Yes, to fill the gap. And we have special questions for that.
Okay.
The main question is, what have you been doing?
What have you been doing?
Yes. This asks about their life in general since you last saw them. Work, family, everything.
And how can I answer?
You can give a simple update. If your job is the same, you can say, still working in the same place.
Still working in the same place.
Yeah.
Still means no change.
Correct. It's a quick, easy update. But maybe something big has changed.
Like a new job.
Or maybe you got married.
Oh.
You could say, I got married last year.
I got married last year.
That's
big news.
It is. And that question, what have you been doing? It opens the door for that big news.
I see. It's an invitation to share.
It is. We also ask about hobbies, about fun things.
Okay.
You can ask, what do you like to do in your free time?
What do you like to do in your free time?
It's a friendly question, a safe question.
And to answer, I can say, I like to.
Perfect. That's the structure. I like to read.
I like to play baseball.
I like to watch movies.
Simple.
Very simple. It's all about sharing little pieces of your life to reconnect.
Reconnect, yes.
Now, one more very informal, very casual greeting.
Another one?
Yes. It's short. What's up?
What's up?
This is very common between friends, especially younger people. It's another way to say, hello, what's new?
And the answer. What is the answer to what's up?
The most common answer is very simple, nothing much.
Nothing much.
Yeah.
So not much is up.
Exactly. It means my life is normal, no big news. It's a standard automatic reply.
And do I ask it back?
Of course, the rule of catch still applies.
Okay, so I say, nothing much. What's up with you?
Perfect. What's up with you is the perfect way to throw the ball back.
This is a lot of information, but I see the patterns.
Good. The patterns are the most important part, the politeness, the back and forth.
Yes.
So, we have said hello. We have caught up. Now, the conversation must end.
Saying goodbye.
Yes. And just like saying hello, we need a polite way to do it. You can't just walk away.
Right. That would be rude.
Very rude. So, you need to give a signal that you are leaving. a reason.
A reason. Okay.
The most simple, useful phrase is, I've got to go.
I've got to go.
Yeah.
It's short for I have got to go.
Exactly. The short version sounds more natural and a little urgent. I've got to go.
And when I say that, what does the other person say?
They will understand. They will say something like, okay, take care.
Okay, take care.
Take care is a wonderful phrase. It's a warm way to say goodbye. It means be safe, be well.
I like that. It's caring.
It is.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to see that person again, you can suggest it. You can say, let's have coffee sometime.
Let's have coffee sometime.
This is a friendly invitation, but the word sometime is important. It means no specific plan. It's a casual idea for the future.
So it's not a definite plan. It's just a nice idea.
Exactly. It shows you want to stay connected.
That's a good phrase.
And speaking of staying connected, we have phrases for that too.
Before we say goodbye.
Yes, right at the end. To make sure the connection continues, you can say, keep in touch.
Keep in touch.
It means, please call me or email me. Let's not lose our connection.
That's very direct.
It is. A more playful, informal way to say it is, don't be a stranger.
Don't be a stranger.
It's a little bit of a joke. It means, I know you, so don't become a stranger to me. It's very warm.
I like that one. It's funny.
It is. And finally, before you leave, you might need to check one last thing.
What's that?
Contact information. You can ask, do you have my phone number?
Practical question. Do you have my phone number?
Yes, to make sure you can. Keep in touch.
Yes, of course.
It all connects.
It does. From hello all the way to keep in touch.
So we have learned many greetings, many phrases.
A lot.
But I want to tell you, and everyone listening, something important.
Okay.
English is easy. Do not worry about mistakes.
Everyone makes mistakes.
Yes. The most important thing is to try, to speak.
Right.
So I have a small challenge for you.
A challenge?
Yes. Next time you see a friend, try using one of our new phrases.
Okay.
If you haven't seen them for a long time, say, long time no see.
And see what happens.
Exactly. See their smile. Or if you saw them last week, say, nice to see you again.
Using the right phrase for the right situation.
Yes, that is the key. The most important thing you can do is practice.
Practice every day.
Even for 5 minutes. Practice in the morning. Practice with a friend. That is how you get better.
Absolutely. Practice makes perfect.
That is a very famous saying, and it is very true.
It is. The more you speak, the easier it becomes.
Exactly. Well, our time is almost finished for today.
It went by so fast.
It did. Thank you for joining our deep dive into English greetings.
Thank you. It was very helpful.
And for everyone listening, we hope you feel more confident now.
Yes. Ready to say hello to the world.
And remember to keep in touch with your friends.
Using our new phrase? I like it.
A final thought for you to think about. When we say, how are you? Is it a question? Or is it just another way to say hello? Something to think about.
That's interesting. Goodbye, everyone. See you soon.